How are you?
I'm excited.
Okay, why are you excited? You seemed excited because usually you're not clamoring to do a shrink wrap episode, but today you were like, we must do one before I go to the airport.
Yes.
So what are we talking about?
We have 3 really good topics. 1, Gretchen Rubin, 23 for 23. 2, Prince Harry's lies. 3, Milf Manor.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to what you want to discuss about Milf Manor.
Well, I watched your video and I have not watched Milf Manor, and
Which, by the way, can I interrupt? Got yanked down today for copyright infringement.
It should be yanked down for other reasons. It is the most disturbing show I've ever heard of.
I think it's really bad. I can't believe that
the Learning Channel believes that we need to watch mothers and their sons on an island trying to get laid. It is so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's trauma all over the place.
Trauma? Well, I happen to have watched episode 2, and there is...
You did?
Yeah, I watched it last night. And in episode 2...
You said you were going to do the dishes when you watched it.
I did.
You absolutely did not do one dish last night.
Well, I did. Okay, I cleaned my... I started doing the dishes, and then the dishwasher was full, but someone hadn't run it. So I ran the dishwasher, and then I cleaned my office. But I did have good intention. I forgot that I didn't actually do it. But I did set off to do it.
I was thinking, he must be getting good sleep, because I get up at 5 and actually did the dishes. I was like, well, that's good. He went to sleep, because you asked me, you're like, should I watch Milf Manor or go to bed? And I was like, you should go to bed. And you're like, no, I'm going to watch it and do the dishes. And and that's why I was not agitated that you didn't do them.
Oh, I was thinking, can I tell you? My perception this morning was like that you were really sweet. You're like, I got up already early, I did the dishes, I'm going to go to the gym. You said, do X, Y, and Z for the party. And you were very pleasant. That explains why. But I just,
But now that you see that out of love, I was thinking like, he went to bed.
That is sweet. I didn't go to bed.
And then you were irritated all day today, and it's because you're tired.
No,
Yes. David, it all makes sense. I was so confused. I was like, why are you in such a bad mood?
I did go to bed at a reasonable hour. I cleaned this whole office. I shredded all that paperwork. Cleaned everything. And then, but I did watch. Anyway, I watched Milf Manor, okay? Anyway, in the second episode, one of the mom, they have a game show. Okay, they all have like challenges. In the second episode, one of the challenges is that each mom and each son has to put on a cork board some kind of sexually deviant thing that they've done, and they have to see if the kids can guess what their moms did, and they see if the moms can guess what the kids did.
Ew,
right?
Ew.
Well, one of the moms made the decision to post on the board that she had slept with her son's best friend. And so on national television, the son finds out that his mom was hitting it with his best friend. And I'm telling you, you can sort of, it's so egregious. You can like see trauma happening. It's abusive. This poor kid, and you can see the mom the mom feels real bad afterwards. Like,
wait, is it Disco Mommy?
No.
Which one is it?
It's So Young.
Oh. How old was the best friend? Because I feel like there's going to be statutory rape issues coming up.
Well, I think the kid's like 26. I'm sure the friend. I don't think that it's. It's disgusting, but I don't think it's illegal. But the bottom line is that show is you are watching severe dysfunction. You are watching. It's normalizing such horrific behavior. I think even different than like if I think about Sister Wives, or I think about what are all the weird shows they have on these people that are in terrible shape, like the what's it called, 1,000-Pound Sisters or something.
Yeah.
600-Pound Life, or they have like 15 episodes or seasons of Dr. Pimple Popper, or like all these things. Like I know it's not like all highbrow stuff, but it's not as. I just feel like it's different in that this is. It just, to me, it's worse. It's like clearly egregious, clearly traumatic. Clearly, you see like just like just normalizing incredibly dysfunctional in relationships. You got kids talking about their mom's boobs, and it's just a gross show. I feel bad reviewing it. Like, I've thought about maybe I shouldn't review this because like, I'm criticizing TLC from profiting from these unhealthy relationships, profiting from trauma. And I'm like, what losers they are. Hey, hit the like button and subscribe while I review this like traumatic.
I don't even know how you can. I have a hard time sitting through stuff like that. Like, it causes anxiety to me. Like that woman that has 6 kids from 6 different husbands. Disco Mommy.
Disco Mommy.
And then I'm always like, how are you? It's hard for me to feel like she's so into herself and like meeting men and doing it. Like, how is she like being present for all her kids? I don't know.
She is definitely not present for her kids.
And like the fact that her kid and her are on that show and her son is like,
Mom, Mom, that's gross, Mom. Like it's a super unhealthy dynamic.
I have a really hard time with that show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would like to say like that I hate the show, but I actually do enjoy watching it. Like, I think it's disgusting.
What do you enjoy about it?
I don't know. I'm just telling you that when I'm cleaning my room, that time, or cleaning my office, that time goes by fast. When I'm like thinking in my head, I can't believe this is on the air. This is terrible. This is such a horrible dynamic. This mom's abusive. That's trauma. Like, but I'm watching this show. I mean, it is an addictive. I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm just saying I do like watching it. Mm-hmm. You're a better person.
Well, no, I just. The other thing that I'm thinking about is like, are these moms like looking out for their kids' future? Because like this is going to be on TV for forever. Like, how humiliating for forever is that going to be?
I mean, they're all adults.
Yeah.
You know? But I just can't imagine the average 59-year-old woman having the need to show up that way on national television.
Yeah. Well, and I'm 40, so I'm not in the age range as these moms. I hope. But I like can't even imagine like a 20-year-old.
According to Disco Mommy, they're quite vigorous in the sack, and so you're willing to put up with a lot.
Okay.
That's the answer. I'm just telling you that's what she says.
So she likes to be a mommy. In the sack as well.
No, they're passionate. I said vigorous.
No, I know, but I'm like doing your job and psychoanalyzing and being like, so she likes to be a mommy all the time. If she likes 20-year-olds.
Oh, sorry. I think what she likes is to be told that maybe it's because she likes being a mommy, but I think she likes to feel like she is valued, and I think that her whole life, all her value has been how she looks, and she cannot shift. Her scope of experience isn't broad enough that she sees value, intrinsic value. And so she's just sort of stuck here, like, this is the one thing, the one space where somebody loves me, so I'm going to sort of keep hitting this sexual button over and over and over again. Mm. You know what I mean? She can't pivot off to, generativity. She can't pivot off to taking care of somebody. She can't pivot off to her career. She can't, right? It's just, is somebody attracted to me? That's it. And so she's just stuck in that rut.
It's a lot to soak in.
Yeah.
The other one that, like, I just want to bring up, like, how did the sad one do on the second episode? Did she just remain sad?
She wasn't as involved. She didn't make this. She didn't make the.
She just looks so sad the whole time.
There's a woman on there, which again I feel like is so irresponsible of TLC. There's a woman that has joined as part of this show, and she lost her daughter. Her daughter died within less than a year from filming. And so you have her like in the middle of grief on this dumpster fire of a reality television show. And you would imagine somebody at TLC would have been like, hey, we're pushing a little bit too hard, right? Like, this is not helpful. She's not a this is bad for everybody. It's not good for people to think that grief transitions that fast. It's not good for anybody to think that this mom-son dynamic is healthy. It's not. Nothing's valuable.
And she's not like a good, interesting person on the show. I mean, at this point, because she's like, she's not as gross as the other people.
Yeah, she's a little bit mopey, a little dysthymic. You know what I mean? Like she's not like Disco Mommy wants to party and she's not in that mood.
No. Yeah. So sad. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah.
I feel like a prude. I'm like, I can't watch this.
Yeah. I feel like a prude. I think most people watching that feel like a prude. But at some point, there's a line where
I don't want to always feel like a prude, but like in that situation, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And what else you got?
Okay, so do you remember Gretchen Rubin and her sister? I listened to their podcast called The Happiness Project.
Yeah.
Her and her sister do 23 for 23, which is 23 like resolutions.
Yeah, we talked about this last time. That is too many resolutions.
No, but they could be small.
That's what you keep saying, but they are. Oh, I'm just saying it's a lot of resolutions.
It's not really resolutions. Because I feel like resolution should be one thing that you can focus on. This is like 23 small things that you want in the new year.
Okay. Which I did. By the way, we take the kids. The kids we're skiing yesterday. So Allison and I went to breakfast. We had a nice breakfast, and then
it was a nice breakfast.
It was a really nice breakfast. And then at the end of the breakfast, like I'm, getting a coffee, whatever, relaxing. And Allison's like, and pulls out her bag, and she pulls out a notebook, and she's like, "Here's your notebook. Come up with 23 goals for 2023." And so I have my list here.
No, this isn't yours.
Oh,
yeah.
So I have my list here, and it's a long list. So she like pretty much. I mean, there is a part of you which is like you are so execution oriented that you get things done, even if it means that you force your husband to get things done. So anyway, that was how we spent. We had like a little breakfast date, and the last quarter of it I spent planning for my year.
So I want you guys to hear the 23 things that David wants to work on in 20.
And are we gonna do your? Do I get to critique your list?
We'll see how yours goes first.
Okay. Okay, you ready?
Oh, I want to know if the dentist is on there.
It's not on. It falls under the category of take care of future David.
No, you need to be more specific about future David.
All right. The next time I'll go to the dentist by now. But you're telling I do go to the dentist and I brush my teeth.
You're very good about brushing your teeth.
And you're making everybody in the internet think that I'm like I got
You're good
bad breath.
You're good about flossing too.
Good enough. Next week I'm going to be ready to go.
What would Molly say?
Molly,
by the way, Dr. Hyken watches these videos, so like.
And does he say that I have good teeth? He always tells me I have good teeth. Dr. Hyken, tell Allison I have good. I think you always say you won't tell her, but I know you mean. I can see it in your eyes that I have better teeth than Allison. Okay. You want me to go through this entire list? Mm-hmm. Okay. So first one is get diet under control. I am like off the rails. I've been off the rails for like 9 months, and I need to rein it in.
It's weird because like you have digestion problems when you go off the rails, and you still do it.
But they don't. The digestion problems don't bother me. They just bother the people around me.
Okay.
Right? What?
They do bother me.
Yeah. Doesn't bother me.
They affect me.
It's fine with me.
Okay. All right.
So that's an incentive for you to make sure that you help me. You hold me accountable for
I really would be happy to be your accountability partner in that area.
All right. Okay. I get one cheat day a week.
Was that today?
No. This starts.
I saw you having cinnamon rolls today.
This starts tomorrow.
Okay.
It starts tomorrow, meaning I get a first cheat day sometime starting tomorrow within the next 7 days.
Okay.
Okay. I have to do one pop. So I have 3 different YouTube channels that I like put content on. Mm-hmm. There's Pop Psych, and I have to do one video every week on Pop Psych. I'm going down the list, right? So first
I have a topic for you for Pop Psych.
What?
You should do groupthink.
That will be on the David Colarossi channel.
Oh, okay.
So I have Pop Psych, which is like reacting to events. Like
that
in
was
pop
an
culture.
event, though. That was an event.
Groupthink is an event?
No, but I was thinking about those cops that that scorpion unit in Tennessee that killed that kid.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a group think happening, and I feel like that's a reaction video that needs to be done.
It's so... I agree with you. It is so horrific, and I feel like I have to walk this line of, is this like, is Pop Psych like a fun channel, or is it am I trying to be a journalist, or I'm trying to be like, so to me, I'm like reluctant because that's such a challenge. That
just make it a short video. But I feel like we need to talk about groupthink because I feel passionate about it right now.
Okay. So one video on Pop Psych, which is like the standard reaction videos. One of these videos a week. So I'm going down the list here. Pop Psych is number 2. So first, get my data under control. Pop Psych is number 2. Do a shrink wrap every week is number 3. Then do a DavidColarossiPhd upload, which would be like the group think, or like deeper psychological issues, once a month. Because those take me longer. There's less... They're harder to be motivated to put out, but I think they're more valuable. At least to me, they're more interesting. It's like deeper psychology stuff. So that's number 4. Number 5, I'm going to coach Enzo's soccer team. Number 6 is to do some kind of fitness activity 5 days a week, whether that's run 3 miles or go to the gym. But do one of those things.
Does ice skating count?
No, it has to be like labor intensive. I have to feel.
By
like
the
I've
way,
worked out.
David and I tried to race ice skating last week, and I really hurt myself.
Wait, can we set the stage, though?
Yeah.
The stage is that Allison thinks that she's like a professional figure skater, and she is not. Okay? I grew up in Colorado. She grew up in Southern California. And, like, she walks around with the swagger of someone that's, like, the world's best skater. And I said, you're not better than me. She's like, oh, I'm definitely. And we went ice skating, like, 2 weeks ago, and I smoked her. And she walked away from it thinking that she was better than me. And I said, she can't even do like a hockey stop.
I am very good.
So then so with the kids, we played tag. And so I was and I was trying to tag Allison. And Allison was so scared trying to run away from me that she started actually running instead of skating. Like immediately slipped, fell on the ice, and I had to carry her. Like you would have thought that she broke her femur.
I thought something bad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't count. Okay.
I need to be more organized at work, operate more efficiently with my time. Like my calendar backs up, but my full day will be scheduled, but between meetings, I am usually like hanging out. And I feel like there should be time when I have like a 5-minute gap, I wish I was sending an email. Or when I have a 5-minute gap, I wish I was starting to write an assessment. I feel like I can make progress in little bits, and I usually take that time to, go get a bowl of nuts. Like I'm not as efficient at work as I should be.
That's interesting though, because I feel like your work is a lot of, it's coaching, so it's like halvesy therapy, and I feel like you probably need some time to decompress from like. But
it's not all coaching. Like some of it's assessment. Some of it's assessment interviews. Some of it's like debriefing assessments. So there's things. You're like some of it's sure maybe I don't know. I just think in general, like I'm not. There are slots in my day when I am just like walking around the office shooting the shit, and I should be writing an assessment. Okay, date night. Oh no, yeah, date night. Once
plan?
I didn't say that. I didn't add that. I think we did it together. That should be on your list.
I feel like I do that already. Like I don't need that to be on my list. I plan them
every 2 weeks.
I used to. Now I'm like, do I want to date you?
You used to? Okay, we'll put it back on there. Date night, I said once every 2 weeks. I'm going to do hockey. Oh, I really want, like last year I took Enzo, because I felt like my relationship with Enzo was just one where I'm walking around. Like I forget who was saying it, but like your relationship with your kids evolves. Like when they're 1 to 4, you're in a role like you're just there trying to protect them. Mm-hmm. And then when it's like, 5 to 15 or 5 to 13, you're like a corrections officer. And like you're just trying to stop bad behavior. And then 14 to 20, now you're like a friend and an advisor. I don't totally agree with those categories, but I do feel like Enzo at 8 right now, like I feel like I'm constantly saying, no, stop that, rein it in, calm down, don't be so aggressive. It's a lot of don't, and I want to have like baked in positive interactions. So last year I took him to the we had Rapids season tickets for soccer, and so I want to either do that again with both of them or do DU hockey with both of them. Let's see here. I want to set up a studio. Like right now we're doing this in my office and the acoustics suck, but we have a carpeted space upstairs, so I want to make, like, is this interesting? I'm going to just go through this whole list. People are listening to this. Do they really care? You're zoning out while I'm talking. Are you really thinking that this is good pod?
Okay, move on. Okay, you want to redo your office. Got it. Next.
I want to put sound. I want to also do this office. Riveting stuff. Go to bed by 11.
Oh, that's a good one.
Organize my office. Practice sport. Oh, Enzo plays like soccer. He plays flag football. He plays basketball. He does, what else does he do? Rock climbing. He does like all kinds of activities, skateboards. But I don't think that he has learned like the value of practice. And so I want to commit to, when I come home from work, that he and I do one sport for like 15 minutes per day. So I just want him to see like, well, what happens if I play catch every day for 15 minutes? And I think at the end of the month, he'll be much better. I want him to see like, oh, it was minimal effort, and by doing that, I'm now better at catching the ball. Like I want to do that. I
feel like for me too. I think I could get better if I did something 15 minutes a day.
You want me to throw a ball at you too?
You don't throw nice at me.
I throw straight at you. Okay. I want to get my assessments done. Like a big part of my job is writing assessments, writing assessment reports. And I want to find a way to do those and get those done at work, so I'm not burdened by thinking about them or stressing about them in the evening. Don't use my phone from 5:30 to 9 o'clock p.m.
When are you starting that?
What?
That 5:30 to 9 p.m. Because like
tomorrow. That starts tomorrow.
I bet you could go to sleep earlier if you didn't.
I know. Yeah, I could. I think I am pretty darn productive, but I think if somebody audited my time and focus, they'd be like, get your life together.
What is going on with TikTok?
Yeah.
How?
What?
I've
deleted that app so many times and then reloaded it. Deleted it, reloaded it, deleted it. It's an addictive app.
People think that app is dangerous because it's owned by the Chinese government, and they are able to data mine from it.
Yeah, so is Facebook's. Everything is data mining. Okay.
But it's China data mining.
Yeah, but what data are they mining? Like where am I? Like, what are they data mining? That I like to watch UFC fights on my phone. Like, what are they?
I don't know.
Okay, build workload intentionally. Say no. So I end up doing a lot of traveling because like I'm constantly going out to Connecticut, or tomorrow I'm going to North Carolina, or last week I was in St. Louis and then Wisconsin. Like I'm always traveling around, and I want to start saying no. What happens is I get a project and I go, that's really cool. I'm going to go to Wisconsin, versus staying in Denver and making sure that I think I could build a bigger workload in Denver versus around the country. Take care of future David. Generic, but that really means placate Allison. Okay, but I'm working on that, which means planning. She wants me to plan. I want to run a marathon this year. Like every couple of years, I like to run a marathon. It helps me. It's part of me getting my life together as far as my diet. Organize my socks. Allison told me that. She doesn't like that I just throw my socks in a big box. I said do more business development efforts in Colorado. Get on top of my continuing education. So I'm up to date on my continuing education, but for the APA, if you're a psychologist, you have to do these continuing education hours, and they're like difficult to track. Like you do them, you go to a conference, you're like, oh, this is a fun conference, but do I come home and put it in a spreadsheet in case I get audited? Yeah. If I got audited, it would be a nightmare.
David, someone's going to audit you if they're watching this.
I would get I have all the hours, but like it's a nightmare to keep track of everything, and so I want to get that spreadsheet set up. I want to start. And I want to start trying for some of my videos, for example, like the pop psych videos, I'd like to get an editor that can help me with my workflow so I can record more videos and pump more out, and I wouldn't be spending so much time editing.
I think that's a good idea.
That's 23. I'm sure that was a riveting 10 minutes for everybody.
I thought it was good. I don't think you should apologize.
Okay.
Giving everybody else ideas.
Okay.
Should we take a break and talk about Prince Harry?
We're going to skip over yours?
Yeah.
You decided that's not it.
Yeah. I think yours were
Why don't you give me your favorite ones?
My favorite ones are that I want to text an old friend daily.
Oh, that's a good one. I should do that.
And just be like, I'm thinking about you. Just different old friends to stay connected and, hopefully make someone's day. Or tell someone that has like really made an impact on my life, like text them and let them know that.
That's a good idea. That's really good.
So that's one of my favorite ones. Recently David and I got into board games and I liked it. And I feel like I want to play more board games with your cousin.
Okay.
That's fun. I want to have date nights with my kids too. So not do date nights with you, but also date nights with the kids and give each of my kids special time.
That's a good one. Yep.
So those are my nets.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, okay, you want to talk about Prince Harry?
Yeah. Okay. What are the lies?
Okay. Lie number one. Mm-hmm. In the book, Meghan said that she bought her father a first class ticket from Mexico to Britain on Air New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it came out that Air New Zealand does not fly from Mexico to Britain, and they don't have first class. But because of the book, they on Twitter they tweeted, hopefully we will have Sussex class.
Oh, okay. Okay, but they could have just gotten the airline wrong, right?
I mean, but why be so specific if you don't know that?
Okay.
I think it's
right.
I think it's funny that Air New Zealand decided
Yeah.
that means they read the book.
I think a lot of people read the book.
It was a good book.
Meghan is certain that Harry's going to win a Grammy or something from his book.
A Tony?
Something for
books
reading
are
a book.
Tony.
You can read for reading.
Oh, for reading it.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, maybe because he did a very good job reading. But I can't tell if it's because we in America like the British accent so much. You sound smart no matter what if you have a British accent.
There's no way he wrote that. He sounds smart because he's
No,
reading.
he definitely had a ghostwriter, but no matter what, they sound smart.
I think hopefully we have a British audience. We're like, yeah, she's right about that. We do sound smart.
Okay. The other lie was that they found out was where he was when the Queen Mother died. He said that he was in his room in Eton. But there is evidence that he was actually skiing with his dad and brother when the Queen Mother died.
Queen Elizabeth?
No, the Queen Mother is Elizabeth's mom.
Okay, can I just say, who cares? Is that the best? What is the... Give me a break.
All of these lies aren't so bad.
They got the airline wrong, and they went... First of all, I want to know who the guy was that was like, you know what? I'm so hell-bent on showing that he's a liar that I'm going to go look up and try and figure out where he was when the Queen Mother died. Mm-hmm. That person needs a different job.
I agree, but there are some interesting points. Henry stated one of the lies is that he claimed that his great-grandfather was Henry VI. And Henry VI's son died and didn't have any heirs. And so there's no way that that's his great-grandfather. So that came out too. And Henry VI founded Eton, where he went to school.
So far, Al, I got to be honest, I am not blown away by it. This is not earth-shattering. It's not like it changed my perspective of the book. Is this used to say that he's a liar?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, what else?
Okay, he said that Diana bought him an Xbox for his 13th birthday. But Xbox before she died. So he died when she was she died when he was 12. But she had like preemptive and bought him an Xbox. But an Xbox didn't come out for 4 more years. So she couldn't have done that.
Stop it. Could she have bought him a Sega Genesis?
Maybe a PlayStation.
Or a PlayStation? Okay, all right. Okay. I'm not sure it makes him a liar. What is that picture? Hold on. What is that picture?
What? It's just the dates they came out.
Was the PlayStation out at the same time?
PlayStation was out.
Okay. All right. So the guy certainly had. Okay. All right. What else we got?
He claimed that he wasn't the best man at Prince William's wedding.
Yes.
But apparently, who was his other girlfriend, Chelsea? Chelsea read the best man speech, like proofread it for him, and asked him to take out the part, like consulted and said he should remove the reference on Kate's killer legs. So like he was doing a best man speech and talk about Princess Kate's killer legs, and Chelsea was like, you should probably remove that from the speech.
Yeah.
But he is saying that he wasn't chosen to be Prince William's best man.
He wasn't.
Apparently.
You can still give a speech if you weren't the best man.
Okay, well, apparently that's...
And if you're the brother of the groom, your brother gave a speech at our wedding.
Yeah, and I have to give a speech at Drew's.
Okay, so okay, so far this is a light list. And he explained in the book that he had to be the best man, like, officially for the media, because the media is nuts, but that he wasn't actually the best man. So, of course, he had to give a talk. That is not an over... Okay, keep going. Okay.
He told Meghan not... Diana's iconic photo at Taj Mahal.
Yes.
He told Meghan not to take that photo because people would say she was trying to be like Diana.
Yeah.
But Kate and Prince William took a picture in this, like, at Taj Mahal before, and no one gave a rat's ass. So they're saying, like, he probably lied about that too. You don't like any of these lies.
I just want people to be objective in how they operate. Like, I think sometimes people are they have such strong opinions about things that they can't just step away and be like, is this really...
Yeah.
Like, I think whoever wrote the article was like, oh, I got him. And it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
It's very possible that Heath said, don't try and be like Princess Diana, because Princess Diana was often under heat from the paparazzis, and so was Meghan. Kate wasn't. So he could say, that's a reasonable... That's not proof of anything. Okay, what? I thought it was going to be like, that it was going to be found out that he attacked William and not William attacking him. I thought there was going to be like some meat to it.
Yes. I mean, to be continued. I agree. I'm not going to read it.
What else you got? Sorry, I like yelling at him. I'm enjoying yelling at him. What else you got? I'm not saying that this is bad conversation. I think that the author of it had a clear motivation.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not going to tell?
No, I'm not going to go on.
I didn't mean to yell it away.
No. I honestly, I really was excited to do this, but I have a flight to catch.
Oh. My watch. I'm checking my watch, and it wouldn't go on. All right, you got to go?
Yeah.
It's 3:42 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.